Legends of Tomorrow Season 1 was super disappointing. After all the setup from The Flash and Arrow, I was expecting better. The standout episodes include Star City 2046, The Magnificent Eight, Destiny, and Legendary. But Star City 2046 is like the only episode that's actually really great. The other three are really good, but not great. The main villain of this season is Vandal Savage, played by Casper Crump. And he is not good. He is not a good villain. He wasn't menacing in the slightest, and his accent did not help. I really don't like how they connected Vandal Savage to the Hawks. I mean, Vandal Savage is supposed to be a caveman. He's supposed to be from way before the Egyptian times. He's not supposed to be Egyptian. And the Hawks' origin story is already so stupid. You're really gonna make it even more stupid by adding a Vandal Savage to it? Come on. We've seen Vandal Savage in a lot of different TV shows and movies, and in every single one of them, Vandal Savage was a menacing genius immortal. He was every single one of them. He's a great villain. He was a great villain in every single one except Legends of Tomorrow. Vandal Savage is such a good villain. How do you mess it up so badly? Anyway, I don't like Vandal Savage, and it's a shame they got him so wrong because he could have been like a huge part of the Arrowverse for years, but they just messed him up and they had to kill him off. The main character of the season is without a doubt Rip Hunter, and Arthur Darrell does a great job. His story of trying to save his family was so much more interesting than the stupid Hawk story. I wish the season focused more on his story, because it's just so more interesting, and his character is just a much better character. Instead, I think they focused more on the Hawk story than they did on his story. So stupid. But it's a team show, so Rip isn't the only main character. He's like the main character of the season, but not the only main one. As for the rest of the team, Sarah Lance, aka the White Canary, is great this season. She's so much better than she was on Arrow Season 2, but I don't think they should have brought her back to life. On Arrow, they brought her back to life for no other reason than having her on Legends. It actually forced the Arrow writers to put aside their story just to bring her back to life. Season 4 wasn't great, but they could have done something else. And I don't think they could have used Katana instead. She's just as badass, and she was actually alive. I mean, they're not using her at all now. They could have totally used her on Legends. Ray can be so stupid this season, and I really don't like it. He's supposed to be a genius, and he is a genius, but sometimes he does something so stupid that it makes me question his sanity. Like that time when Vandal Savage taunted him and he opened the prison door, the prison, I guess. He thought he could take Vandal Savage? Are you an idiot? Just at least get your suit first. But other than that, the Atom does have a lot of really cool action scenes and fight scenes, like the one where he grows big and fights the Leviathan. Both Martin Stein and Jefferson Jackson are both really good this season. They have such a strong dynamic that the first Firestorm with Ronnie, him and Martin never had that great of a dynamic. They didn't have a great brotherly chemistry, I think. And Jefferson Jackson and Martin Stein really have that. The two halves of Firestorm also have the best scenes where they just talk. Out of all the characters, they have the best scenes where they just sit there and talk. And they also have some great action scenes. But I just wish they would have named Jefferson Jackson Jason Rush instead, because that's just more comic book accurate. And I know Jason was on The Flash Season 1. I think they should have used that character, but just recasted him with Franz Drama. Sorry if I mispronounced that name. Now, I know everybody loves Captain Cold this season, and while I think he's a really good character, I don't love him. I think he and Heatwave should have stayed villains, but getting past that, he does fit a lot better than Heatwave on the team as a hero, and Captain Cold's a great character and has the best one-liners for sure. But Heatwave, on the other hand, I didn't like him on the show at all. He has some good moments, but mostly he's just there to mess everything up. That's a much bigger problem in Season 2, but I'll talk about that in my Season 2 review. Another thing is they already have a fire guy. Heatwave just feels redundant, and he doesn't fit in as well as Captain Cold as a hero on the team. Then we get to Hawkman and Hawkgirl, by far the weakest link on the team. They were both just terrible. Both of them were casted so wrong. The Hawkman isn't in most episodes, so I don't really hate him that much, but Hawkgirl is just the worst character. She's so annoying. Every episode she mentions how she used to be a barista. Oh my god. It was so, her character was just written terribly, and her actor didn't help at all. I mean, we get it. You were a barista 2 months ago. Nobody cares. Also, Hawkgirl's fight scenes looked like crap. Anyway, I think if they casted Hawkman and Hawkgirl and Vandal Savage better and written them a little better, this season could have been really, really good. But instead, they just messed all three of those characters up, especially Hawkgirl. This show is obviously a time travel show, and traveling to all these different time periods could have been so much more interesting. They did it better in season 2. Like, in this season, the latest they go to is 2166, and the earliest is the 50s. This season, they barely left, like, the 21st century. Barely. They only went to the 20th and then 22nd. And while going to these time periods was fun, it could have been so much more interesting. The Ray and Kendre romance was so forced, and it didn't work. They had no chemistry, and it was just there for, like, a little bit of drama. This season didn't need any drama. It could have just been just fun and, like, taking down Vandal Savage. Instead, they had to add some drama. That didn't work at all, but the White Canary and Captain Cold romance was so much better. While the season wasn't the best, I got so hyped. I was actually more hyped for season 2 after season 1 than I am for season 3 after season 2 because of the JSA reveal at the end of the season. That was so dope. I had no idea it was coming. I didn't know that they were introducing the JSA. Anyway, in conclusion, this season was so disappointing. The villains sucked, the Hawks and their story sucked, and the time travel could have been better. I give this season a whopping 6 out of 10. Not good. Not good at all. Anyway, let me know what you thought about this season in the comments below, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for my review of Season 2.